Hee 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 hee. Yeah. All right. BK Syndicates is here, baby. Hold on. It's saying that thing is now. That's not the case. We're on Ethernet. So make sure, turn that off. Make sure that we get it on that. All right, y'all. Perfect. So, anyways, there is a lot of crazy shit that is happening today here. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's so weird that let me see. I want to change the thumbnail. Yeah, we're going to change the thumbnail to Baddies Caribbean. You're going to save it. Perfect. I love it. Make sure we have everything removed. Try to free up as much internet as I possibly can. But yeah, y'all. So there's been some things about Baddies Caribbean that I actually do want to talk about. It is a bit weird to me. It's some things that I am not disturbed about, but I am a bit like, something's off with Zeus. Why is the Zeus Network? Why is the Zeus Network? Why are they, moving so fast with Baddies, with this Baddies show? Why are they now putting out a trailer for Baddies Caribbean so fast? It's very weird to me that they are so. It feels to me that the Zeus Network, it feels like they are dead ass scrambling right now to get shit done. Like, it feels like maybe with the Zeus Network, they are so intimidated by Now That's TV that Now That's TV is coming out with so many shows on their ass that they're just putting out trailer after trailer after trailer to compensate what the hell is going on. It's so like, okay, Zeus, when I told you I stated when I told y'all when I did the Bad versus Wild that Zeus was going to probably put out the first, probably going to try to put out Bad versus Wild either the Sunday after New Year's or the Sunday after that, which is going to be the 14th. I stand corrected that I feel that Zeus is going to put out this Bad versus Wild on January 14th. The reason why I feel that way is because they always put it with the Zeus formula, right? With the Link with legs. Yeah, I can see your comment. What I think with the Zeus Network is this. How you doing? what I think, what I say with the Zeus Network, like I said, I think that with the Bad versus Wild, I do feel like they're going to put it out the 14th. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you coming in and watching my videos. Trust me, it has been a long road of me getting this damn channel, getting my other channel back, all types of shit. Uh, I do think that the Zeus Network is going to put out Bad versus Wild January 14th because of the Zeus formula. We already know how the Zeus formula is, right? Zeus puts out one trailer and then they put out the super trailer. And then that's when they release the episode. So I do believe that Sunday coming up, we're going to get the super trailer for Bad versus Wild. And then they're going to put it out on the 14th. For the Blueface shit, I don't know. I don't know with the Blueface thing because Blueface is all over the place and it seems like he's not really a cohesive, a cooperative type of individual from what I saw when I went to the Bad versus Wild events. And he seems he does shit on his own time, on his own pace. So for that, I think that right now, like it does feel like this is just going to be like another Blueface girls. It just seems like Blueface is just looking for somebody else. And it, it is going to be a lot of fighting. It's true. It is true. It's going to be a lot of fighting. It's like everyone is thinking that this show is going to be, like I said, bad, a raunchy Bad versus Wild, a raunchy Wild and Out. That's exactly what it is. Like the things that I couldn't put out on my YouTube channel is because you know Zeus is watching. Zeus has little minions that be watching everybody. They are always constantly sending people to watch their stuff. Zeus, they like I told y'all, everyone like for the Bad versus Wild, when all the people that everyone's hating on, like Scotty, Rolly, everything like that, they have been on Bad versus Wild. They've done at least three or four Bad versus Wild episodes. So you're going to see Rolly and Scotty the most on the Bad versus Wild. You're only going to see Natalie twice. You're only going to see Jocelyn twice. But Rolly and Scotty has been on at least 3 or 4 programs. When they took my channel because I was exposing the Bad versus Wild. They tried to make it seem like, oh, I was stealing content from doing the Baddies West, not the Baddies East reviews, and try to say that my shit was basically taking revenue, like I was stealing subscribers and shit and stealing money from them, and they had to take me down, which was complete bullshit. Because how the fuck am I stealing subscribe? I'm not even partnering with YouTube. I don't make no money from these videos. I'm just starting out. And they literally told YouTube, oh, this bitch is stealing revenue and non-subscribers from us. People would prefer to come see her shit than ours. So we mass copyright strike. So they mass copyright strike me. They strike me down. They strike down 5 of my Baddies videos. And if anyone knows with YouTube, you get 3 copyright strikes and then they terminate your channel. They gave me 5. They strike 5 of my shits. They didn't even strike down none of my Bad versus Wild because it was just me talking. I didn't have any footage. I didn't have anything of like what you saw with the Jocelyn and Natalie fight. The thing was crazy was that when I talked to the lady that copyright strike me, that bitch literally said, oh, were you the one that leaked the Jocelyn and Natalie fight and everything? I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, y'all really thought that I was the one that leaked that shit? Like, you really thought I leaked that shit? Like, it was evil. I was given a bit of a play-by-play. The thing is, like, I didn't even expose that much. Like, I didn't even expose anything. I didn't even say like who won all. I didn't even say who won all the games. I didn't even say who who won the games. I didn't say who won the whole entire show. I never said how. I didn't explain all of the games. I gave like a example of a couple of the games. I did and I literally just explained what I saw as an audience member. When I told niggas that Chris Brown came to this shit, that was dead true. Chris Brown came the exact same day that Blueface was performing and was wilding out. Chris Brown was literally smoking a whole blunt in the freaking audience section when we was out getting some liquor. Like, come on now, like that was some bullshit when they tried to be like, oh, we thought it was you that released the pic, that released the shit. I said, I know you fucking lying. That's why. I was like, if that's the reason why y'all really was trying to copyright strike me, then fuck that. Like, yeah, okay. I was like so mad because that was the day that they mass copyright strike me was the day that I was going to the Jaden Alexis, was when I was going to the little Jaden Alexis thing. And I even forgot now which the One More Chance girls versus One More Chance season 2, I think. Or was it Jocelyn versus I think it was the Jocelyn. Yeah, it was the Jocelyn and Natalie fight that day. I was supposed to go to that same I was supposed to go that same day, and that exact same day they mass copyright striked me. So I spent most of that day trying to figure out a way to get my channel back. I was gonna go, but that's like fuck that, because it seems like now like I had a target on my back and all that type of shit. It was weird because when I went to because a couple times that I went to the show, like after the second time I went, the third time, they started recognizing me. The producers started recognizing me. The security recognized me. All of them knew they didn't know like what my channel was, but they knew that I was coming there a lot. I was coming there frequently. And they were like, oh, what's up? I like the fit, this and that. So it's now weird to me that out of nowhere, soon as I put out the last video about me talking about how they had Miss Juicy sleeping, Miss Juicy was sleeping on the little couch and everything. They had her all fucked up. Then all of a sudden, I got mass copyright strike. I think it's because I literally exposed that there was girls in the bathroom doing Jocelyn bumps in the bathroom, and they didn't want that being exposed because they didn't want people knowing that they was letting people do the cocaine in the bathroom and was letting people be all coked up at the Bad versus Wild. Now, do I think they're gonna strike my shit down again? No. Because here's the kicker. Now, here's the kicker to this shit. All my videos that I did, all the videos that Zeus strike down, right? I got an email from YouTube literally yesterday. I got YouTube from YouTube yesterday. All of the videos that Zeus strike down, YouTube deadass put them back up yesterday. So even though because they still had like 2 copyright strikes on my video, YouTube, they deadass released all my videos and said that it was in fair use. That the strikes that went against my channel was false. So even if Zeus thinks that they can try and strike down my channel again, it's already been approved by YouTube that it is already in fair use. So if I would have just waited and everything, but I wasn't going to wait because I was fighting to get my channel back. Like, who want to wait all this time? It took me 4 weeks to battling with Zeus to get my shit back. I was just talking about it. That's the crazy thing. Like, I was just talking about the shit. I was just talking about the shit. And I know a lot of people was like talking about, oh, you signed an NDA and everything. That's the reason why like they probably did that. They never made us sign no NDAs. That was the crazy thing. They never gave us an NDA. I read that waiver. That waiver was literally them asking us, that we're giving them permission to use our face, and that whatever happens to us on set, then Zeus is not going to be held responsible. So if anything got lost or stolen, or if we got injured, or we got too drunk, or we started fighting, all that bullshit, Zeus is not held responsible. They're allowed to use us on camera. That was what that waiver was. They never gave us an NDA. That shit was never an NDA. Like being an audience member and everything, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was like, I'm not gonna lie, it was lit being an audience member because shit, like Pierre said, I was getting free liquor. I was getting free liquor every day I went. They was giving me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drinks for free. All Zeus had the liquor. So that's the reason I was going, but I was also going because I wanted, because it was something to do. They was here in Vegas. They wasn't too far from where I was at. And I watched Zeus Network. So why not try to be a part of it and everything? And you are going to see me. Most likely you are going to see me on the show. I know I'm not the only person that talked about it, but I was the one that went. I think it because I was the one that was giving the good tea on it. I was the one that was exposed, that was talking about how Blueface was wilding out and everything, and he threatened not to do the show. I was literally exposing how what happened with Bobby when Bobby was freaking twirling and dancing. I exposed the Mixed Juicy thing. Me talk about people that was doing Jocelyn bumps in the shit and all that. Like you can't. And the crazy thing is, like, even if I was saying a little, even if I was saying maybe a little bit too much of what they were talking about, Armand put shit out. All half of their cast, most of the people that was on that Bad versus Wild shows were going live, talking about fighting. Natalie was talking about it. Jocelyn was talking about it. Scotty went live. Rolly went live. They had Jayla talking about it. So what the fuck is y'all niggas trying to, because it's your talent? Your talent is the one that's the reason why people were like trying to get and was interested in the shit. Anyway, so let's be real now. Like me exposing all that shit, they was just they were a little bit, they were jelly. I like, to be honest, before, like, when I ain't gonna lie, when they copyright strike down my whole entire channel, I was in a nice mood that morning. I woke up with sipping my tea, smoking my weed, relaxing, and then I saw that they posted on their little YouTube, not their YouTube, on their Instagram, oh, Jocelyn and Natalie gonna be fight the rematch. I said to my lady, oh shit, I said, oh shit, they having the rematch tonight, bitch, we gotta go. Me and her was excited and a motherfucker, because we was getting ready to pick our outfit and shit, because we knew it was gonna be good as shit. I'm there chilling. I looked at thing. I went and was getting prepared, because literally because if you remember, I literally did the video on Miss Juicy that day. I did the video on that Miss Juicy thing on the tall versus small event, the show that morning. Put it out. It was doing fine. I was like hitting some good views. I think in the mid-morning, like 11 a.m. and everything, I think 11, 12 o'clock in the evening, I get a message from YouTube. Your channel has you have been copyright strike by Zeus. Then I got another email right after it. Your channel has been terminated. I literally looked at that shit and I ran to my computer like, I know this is a joke. It probably is some bullshit. And then I saw boom, 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 boom. Baddies East, episode 9. Baddies East, episode 10. Baddies East, episode 11. Baddies East, episode 12. Baddies East, episode 13. All copyright strike. Yo, when I told you, I ain't gonna lie, a bitch was in her room crying. I was in here in tears, because I was like, I can't believe Zeus did this shit to me. I'm like, wow, I'm literally here like literally promoting, like free promotion for your little Bad versus Wild. Okay, I was giving y'all a little bit free promo because people were interested. People wanted to know what the fuck was happening. Like shit. Everybody wanted to know what was happening, because nobody had anyone that was on the inside. I felt like I was doing it. I felt like a little bit I was in a mission, like giving everyone all the tea about what these niggas is really like, what Zeus is really like in person. And Zeus don't give a fuck. Zeus don't give niggas nothing to eat. Zeus gives niggas Casamigos, Grey Goose, and Hennessy all day. with freaking granola bars and Lay's and Doritos and Cheetos and peppermints and Welch's fruit snacks. That's what they gave us. If I really wanted to go in on Zeus, I would have went in hard like that. But I was like, you know what? I do like the network and everything. They do have some. They are fucking up in a little bit, but okay, whatever. But after they did that shit, and I fought for 2 weeks. I fought for 2 weeks to get the shit back. Now, now I'm a detractor of Zeus, man. Like if Mr. Plume Plume was to go down right now, son, I'll be rejoicing. Thing is, I'm not like I don't hate. It's not like I to be honest. I'm going to be clear because there's a lot of things I did leave out of the Bad versus Wild, and now today I feel like because now a lot of things are weird with this Baddies Caribbean. A lot of things is weird with this Blueface show. A lot of things is weird with the Bad versus Wild show. It's very weird to me that all of a sudden out of nowhere, before we even finish Baddies East, we're already getting a trailer for Baddies Caribbean. Why? They've never done that before. There's something stirring in the back. I think that the rumors are true when they talk about that Natalie is she dead ass stopped the release of the Jamaica episode for last week because it was a lot of shit that made shit look crazy, that probably made her look crazy and probably made other people look crazy and probably made Mr. Plume Plume look crazy. So they probably had to re-edit everything, and that's probably the reason why we're not getting it until next Sunday now. I had a feeling that I had a feeling that they was going to release that Bad versus Wild shit either the next Sunday, the 7th or the 14th. I'm waiting on the super trailer because they haven't given us the super trailer yet. The super trailer for sure is coming out this Sunday. Why are they doing it? Because they are scrambling. A lot of shit went down after I think the last episode when that shit was DJ Sky and everything happened. It's weird to me. I don't understand like why all of a sudden like we are now bloom where now we got Baddies Caribbean, we have Bad versus Wild in the Blueface and all that's coming, but they're saying coming soon. Why is it coming soon? Girl, man, I already went and got me I already went and got a whole entire site already. I was on because I followed this group on Facebook, right? And they were giving out this shit, and it's called, I think, Task Manager, and I went and got that. I think there was like another one. Yeah, I went and got Event Manager. I went and got that. I went and got that shit, and I get everything for free. I watch all they shit for free. Broken Silence used to have it, but Broken Silence doesn't have it no more for some reason. They're not going to do that. Put out more shows at one time. Before, wasn't they doing that though? Because wasn't it because when Bobby Lights and everything was doing his show, didn't they have that? Wasn't it Bobby Lights? Wasn't it Baddies? And then they had like Bad Boys out at that time? Oh, am I wrong? I know that Bad Boys was out sometime this summer. I forgot when Bobby was out. They should have been had another season with Bobby. I don't know why they're putting Bobby on Bad versus Wild, but they're not giving him another show. Now I don't know if that's based on Bobby not wanting to do another show, or if Zeus is just dead ass don't want to do another show with a whole bunch of gay niggas. I don't know. That's probably. That's what I thought that they used to do. I thought that they used to have one show come out, and then as soon as one show was about to end, boom, another show. We had like another show coming out right after it. Isn't that what? But now that's TV. That's what Now That's TV is doing. Now That's TV. They're dead ass releasing shows. Oh, that's what the show was. I thought it was supposed to be a dating show. I thought she was supposed to be doing a dating show. Either way, Rolly was supposed to have a show like 3 years ago. 2 years ago, she was been supposed to have a show and still hasn't got one out. So I don't know, like, because I really thought she was supposed to be having like a dating show, like how like the One More Chance thing was supposed to be. But I don't think anybody would want to be, dating her big linebacker ass. So we don't really fucking know. I don't know. At this point with Zeus, I'm on their head. I'm on Zeus' head. I'm waiting. Like before, I was like taking a little break away from Zeus because I wanted to just try and see if I can get everything back from my channel first before I start like really digging my foot into Zeus's ass. But now that I got everything back, I got all my videos back. My channel is in good standing now. I'm literally copyright free. My channel is completely copyright free now. So I'm ready. I'm ready to stab. Oh my God, son. I'm so, because when the Bad versus Wild, I'm going to be making videos on all the episodes that I was at. I was at the Rolly versus Slim event. I was there when she got into that fight with Brie. I was there. I was there for that. I was there for the Sky versus Brittany Renner one. I was there for the little people versus tall people one. I should have stayed. I should have stayed for the dark skin versus light skin show. It's still that. But I had to leave early. But they did the dark skin versus light skin show. You can call it whatever you want. Dark caramel goddesses versus chocolate goddesses. It was dark skin versus light skin, and they did that show. No matter what, everyone was saying with Zeus, how they shouldn't go through with it. It was bullshit. It's colorist. Zeus didn't give a fuck. They still went ahead and did the show. Does Rolly look big in person? Well, Rolly is still big. Yes, Rolly was still big in person. Like she was wearing on, I forgot what she wore. I think she was wearing off like cut off jeans. I don't really remember what Rolly was wearing off because they had a saucy in that bitch that first night. But I was definitely there when she was fighting when she was fighting. I was definitely there. And did DJ Sky fight Brittany Renner? No, they did not. They did not fight each other at all. Like it was nothing. There was no reason for DJs. There was no reason for Sky to fight Brittany Renner. DJ Sky was there because DJ Sky was on Sky's team, Black Ink Sky, because it was Black Ink Sky versus Brittany Renner. But yeah, that whole entire thing they were going in on poor DJ Sky because everyone was, because remember when DJ Sky was saying that her ass was real, but then why are you on the fake asses team? She was on the fake asses team, so come on, let's be real. Like DJ Sky was doing all that crying and all that shit, but bitch, you do it to yourself. Like I don't understand why you keep fucking with Zeus if you know Zeus is out here making you look crazy. It's crazy to me that like Zeus is we be putting out all this shit. Did y'all see the shit that they put out on Rolly on their Instagram? Is their own personal Instagram, and yet they him putting out shit that's making fun of Rolly. The Michael Myers mask with the bitch with the like, come on. Like what are we doing here? Like they don't give two shits about their cast members, but they know that Rolly and Sky, they know that Rolly and what's her name? Scotty with the nobody. That's what everyone be calling her. That's what her and Scotty, people don't like them, but they're going to keep them on because they know that they bring that hateability to them. And people are going to hate watch it just so they can talk shit and make fun of Rolly and Scotty. Like, if the show if they do decide, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Rolly and Scotty. Rolly and Scotty, if they get off the show, where are they going to go? Now That's TV. They're not going to go to no Now That's TV. I mean, yeah, they could, but I don't think they're going to make the same amount as bread that they make at Zeus. The very first episode, the very first thing that I made on the very first video that I made on the Bad versus Wild, where I was upset that I couldn't go to the Jocelyn and Natalie, the first one, I literally went in and did research on the show and how that they were literally looking for models between the age of 18 and mid-20s to show up there as eye candy. And they also were saying that they can make that per show, the minimum amount that can be made on the show was $1,200, and then the maximum amount that can be made on the show was $25,000. So you could make anywhere between $1,200 to $25,000 per show at Bad versus Wild if you were modeling or you were featured on the show. So that's why I was like, I'm pretty sure that they were making at least $25,000-$30,000 per show. Why else would Rolly and Scotty be there? Why else would all these people say yes to this show? Because they were getting paid a shit ton of money to do Bad versus Wild. You think if Rolly and Scotty go to Now That's TV that they're gonna make that same amount of money, have that same amount of security that they have with Zeus? They're not, like, they're gonna have to fight. They're gonna be bitches that are gonna want to take their fucking heads off because it's Scotty and fucking Rolly. I seen that somebody wanted to sue Zeus for the auditions, but I'm like, good luck with that. Good luck with the auditions, because I'm pretty sure the same type of waiver that they made me sign is the same type of waiver they made her sign. And it's we are allowed to use you and use your face, your likability, or anything, any way, shape, of way, or form for our show, and you cannot sue us. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure that they made everyone sign a waiver that they can't sue Zeus. That was the whole point. They might not still be able to sign an NDA, but I'm damn well sure that they made everyone that was auditioning sign a waiver, because I was an audience member and they made me sign a waiver. I'm pretty sure. So she can try and maybe try and find a workaround with a lawyer. But if it's the same waiver that I got that said we can use your face, we can use anything that we want, we can alternate how you look, we can do whatever we want with you, you give us permission to do that, then yeah. So we'll see about that. But good luck to her. She wants to sue Zeus, but I don't really think she has much of a case, because this is typical Zeus. I don't think I've ever seen Zeus like really have an audition where they just pick random girls and say, "Oh, you're next." Like, I don't even remember if I saw Stunner Girl. I know I remember seeing Biggie when she did her auditions. I remember Biggie from her auditions, but Stunner Girl, I don't remember. If she signed, I mean, she had to sign it if she wanted her ass to get into the building. Like, shit, if you want to get in the building and everything, you better sign that waiver so that we can be able to record you and everything, and film. And that's probably what they did. I'm guaranteed, and like, just like me, I don't see anything, the same shit that I experienced is probably what all of the audition members experience. Waiting outside a building all fucking day, hours and hours and hours, until they finally until the talent comes in. Because I got there at 2:00. The very first time I got there at the Bad versus Wild, I got there at 2:00. 2:00 on the dot. They said that it was going to start at 2:30, right? They didn't let me into the building until 4:00. So I was standing outside with other audience members till 4:00. Then they brought us a waiver, gave us some drink tickets. They searched us, and then they walked us into the building, and that's when they started giving us drinks. Like, they didn't start filming the show. The talent was coming in like by piece by piece by piece. So they wasn't going to start filming until everyone was there. They didn't start filming that first episode with Rolly and Slim until 9:00, until almost 8 or 9:00 that night. So I was there from 2:00 and waiting until they started filming the show at 8. That's exactly that. And this is why, and I can confirm with her that she is correct with that as well. Because when I was in the audience member in the pool pit, you're gonna see the pit whenever the show comes out, they have this thing with Nick Cannon. He comes out the little tunnel thing, and then he runs it, and he's in the pit, and then he turns around and he starts talking to the camera and everything. In that little pit section, I was in there at least twice. they will. The last time with the Miss Juicy section, a lot of people left in between the show, so there was so little people that was in the pit that the manager, the producer, was begging the VIP people to come down into the pit to make it look bigger. And because none of the people in the VIP wanted to move, so instead they made all of us just crunch up and jumble up together and just smash this all together to make it look like it was bigger than what it was. But it's not. The stage is big, but the audience area is not as big as they're making it look. It's literally a couple chairs, a couple white chairs, a couple white like sofa things around, and then they got like the area where the camera is, and then they got the section where the co-host is going, where the co-host is going to be. They just bunch us all up, and then they just say, all right, all of y'all, just make it look like, just be loud, make it look like you're a big crowd. And then they continued on with the show. And then that's when they went on with game 3. But after game 2, everybody was drunk. People was ready to go. We were there for a little mad long. The very, very last episode that I went to, I went there at 6. I got there at 6 p.m. I didn't leave till 1 o'clock a.m., almost 1:30. I was at the Bad versus Wild. That was until the last game. I was there at 1. So even though I came still, I thought at a decent time, they still didn't start filming until 8 or 9 o'clock. So that I was still waiting there for 3 hours, even though I got there late. They do that shit all the time. It's crazy. So that's why I'm like, yeah, a lot of things that people are saying is true. I got to experience this shit myself. Wouldn't be surprised that they were giving all the audition people free liquor. I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm pretty sure, like the security guard told me, so like this one security guard member told me the very first day I got there, he said, he said yesterday it was crazy. That was the job, because he was talking about the first Jocelyn and Natalie battle, and he said yesterday was crazy. Everybody was drunk. I was like, oh, word? He said, yeah. And he was like, yeah, the more you get them drunk, the more hype it gets, the more shit happens, the more it's made for TV. That's the whole point. They get everybody drunk so they can have more they can make it seem like everyone is having a good time, because everyone's so drunk, everyone's not realizing that, that they're just waiting that they're just sitting here waiting for the fucking show to start. By the time the show starts, everyone's already fucking saucy and hammered by then. That's what she said. They said they had liquor, but they ran. Wow, this is crazy, because I'm like reading what you're saying. I'm like, everything that girl is saying, that's the exact thing that happened with me at the Bad versus Wild. It's like, it doesn't change. It's like, wow, this is the same type of stories that's been happening. They ran out of liquor during the Sky versus Brittany Renner event. I went to the VIP section asking them, can I have some liquor? The girls told me, hey, we're all out of liquor. It's all gone. We gotta wait. We gotta go upstairs. We got someone going upstairs to get more cases. Made us wait at least 10 or 15 minutes. Next thing I know, a big ass cart, a wagon, like one of them wagons that you put food in, a grocery wagon. They pulled it out, and it had cases of liquor. It was cases. It was cases of tequila, cases of vodka, cases of Hennessy. They had the big fucking bottles of the VSOP Cavassier. They had the big fucking bottle. They had the big fucking bottles of vodka. They had big bottles of the Echelon vodka. And when I was telling people all this, people was like, oh, BK, you're drunk. You was drinking all day with them and all that. So you probably don't remember everything that happened. Now, I may have been saucy. It's just that I left things out. It's just because I left things out. Shit, it's Thursday. I'm having me a drink right now. I'm here sipping me some Termana. I was watching Pierre. I was literally because that's how I'm pretty sure a lot of people was able to find out what about the Bad versus Wild was through Ebner Entertainment. And also he was able, like, he was a good help of basically letting people know what the fuck Zeus did to me, because Zeus really thought that they was going to get away with just copyright striking my shit and shutting me the fuck up, and thought that I was going to go, and thought I was just going to just sit there and just take it and not do anything. But little did they know that, bitch, I had people in my arsenal that helped and all that, let people know what they fucking did, had other people come to my other channel. I did another channel, and yes, like, like Zeus had, and I'm not the only person that they did this to. Oh, what, you want to know why I left out? Because I left out shit because I was like, oh, I don't really think, like, oh, maybe that might be a little bit too much. Oh, maybe this and that. The whole entire, like, when they did, it's so wild because it was so infuriating that Zeus was trying to pull a fast one. Zeus tried to pull a fast one with Bad versus Wild. I think that the main thing with Zeus was when they tried that Chris Brown shit with us, and they brought Chris Brown in out of no fucking where, and then tried to make us think, oh, Chris Brown is there all day. No, Chris Brown was not there all day. He was there. See, Chris Brown was definitely there, and I guarantee you he was definitely doing Jocelyn bumps with fucking Blueface. But if I would have said that now, everyone would be like, oh my God, it's true. It's true. Chris Brown was doing, yeah, Chris Brown does, he does a bit, okay? Him and Blueface. That nigga was wilding over what? Bursting the seat of your pants, bursting your pants being ripped, all this crazy shit, to Nick Cannon fucking talking behind the scenes, talk about how he want to fuck Chinese kitty and shit because because she was there twerking, and one of the shows was basically one of the games they had Brittany Renner and Sky twerking. That was one of the games. One of the games was Brittany. It was twerking. It was basically red light, green light, but it was twerking. So every time Nick played the song, the girls had to start dancing and twerking, and then he'll stop, and then whoever kept on and whoever fucked up, then they out the game and shit. Nick Cannon was watching fucking Chinese kitty so fucking hard, man. He literally leaned over. He said, "Man, I can't stop looking at Chinese kitty, son." He said, "Man, I'm gonna try to dick her down tonight." I said, "See, Nick Cannon, just like Mr. Plume Plume, be trying to fuck the cast members." But if I would have said that and everything, yeah, they probably would have really tried to get me, because they were like, "You're lying, Nick." No, Nick Cannon is a hoe. Okay, Nick Cannon would have fucked at least 3 of them bitches that he saw on stage that night if he could have. Yes, Nick Cannon said that out loud. Yes, he did. He said that shit out loud. He literally leaned back while he was holding. He literally leaned back while he was holding the mic. And I think the CEO and shit was there, with CEO and like a couple security guards. And he was like, "Damn, I can't stop looking at Chinese kitty. Yo, she looks so good. I'll fuck her tonight." And I was literally behind the co-host. And I said, "Oh my God. Nick Cannon is about to get this poor Chinese lady pregnant." Girl, man. If Chris Brown ever admitted that he was doing the white girl, that he was doing the cocaina, that he was doing the little, that he was doing, he said, "If your man on the floor, let me sniff." Like, yo, let me see if you can sniff it. Look. If Chris Brown has admitted that he's done that before, then I need to find that shit, because Chris Brown is a professional at that shit. Like, he the type, he don't even use no straw and nothing. He just used his whole hand. He just got real quick and he good. He literally was there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. When he walked in, even I couldn't believe it was fucking Chris Brown. Like, when my girl told me, "Yo, Chris Brown was here sitting down with Blueface and Nick Cannon, smoking a blunt, talking before before all the audience came back. I literally looked at her like she had 6 heads because I thought she was fucking lying. So when I was like, babe, are you sure that Chris Brown came? She was like, I'm not lying. I promise you, Chris Brown was sitting just a couple feet away from me with Blueface and Nick Cannon, and they were all smoking a blunt right here, chilling. And I said, bitch, you lying. Not like before the show even began. I was literally sitting down, chilling on the couch. We're like behind the co-host. All of a sudden, I hear I'm like, what the fuck going on? I peer to my right. It's fucking Chris Brown walking in. I'm with security niggas. And like, I thought it was a Chris Brown impersonator. I promise you, I really thought it was a Chris Brown impersonator. No, it was dead ass Chris Brown. Like, Chris Brown. Like, I was so close to Chris Brown, like I could smell the nigga cologne. That's how close I was to Chris Brown. That nigga was really walking to my direction. He was walking to the section. Cause the thing is, Zeus was also fucked up for this because Zeus should let people know that, that area that everyone's sitting at, that's Chris Brown's section. So y'all need to do that. Not once did I see did he perform? Hell no, Chris Brown didn't perform. Now that would have really made Zeus popping. That would have made Zeus that would have made like what? That would have made their Bad versus Wild even more top tier. Like Mr. Plume Plume would have had a fucking heart attack. He would have man, that little skinny frail ass Mr. Cinnamon looking stick ass butter nick ass nigga. He would have been so fucking happy that Chris Brown would have just performed for free. You know how much it costs to pay Chris Brown just to perform one song? Mr. Plume Plume wasn't going to do that. Like it must be cheaper to play the pay Blueface than it is to pay Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown would have made his shit popping, but I don't think Mr. Plume Plume wanted to give up all them ducats. Chris Brown that came, them niggas didn't have no reserve sign, nothing to let us know, this is a reserved by VIP. That freak, one of the, and y'all probably gonna see the one security guard. He's a tall, light-skinned security guard nigga, and he's dead ass with like, y'all niggas need to get the fuck up. This Chris Brown section. Chris Brown sitting here now. Get the fuck up. And Chris Brown looking at us. We looking at Chris Brown, and we had to get up and walk right past. We literally walked past Chris Brown. Walked right past him, like shoulder to shoulder, walked past Chris Brown. They said, y'all gotta get down there. And Chris Brown went and sat down where we were sitting down. Did any real celebs perform? Not Blueface. I don't know if you ever heard of somebody named, because other ones, because this is one per show, so only one person per show. They only have one guest performance per show. The ones that I went to, I was there when Rolly and Slim was there. They had Big Boss Vet. I don't know who the fuck she is. All I know is she's the one that I guess sings I Got Hoes in different area codes. I don't know. Like that stupid shit. Like that and Saucy Santana. But I would never really like call like those like real celebs. I was like, but they had Saucy Santana. That day I was really, really drunk. So yeah, I did leave out how the Saucy Santana performance went, but he did two of his songs. He did some shit called Walk, where he's just walking around the fucking stage, basically like he's a model. And then what was the other song that he did? It's a song that I've heard before that was out before that he did, but I don't remember. It was not an older song, but I know it's like something new. I don't remember what it was, but it was so like brief with that because Saucy Santana, he came because that's the very first thing that happens when we get into the audience and they say, okay, y'all, is recording 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They then bring out Mr. Plume Plume and then they bring out Nick Cannon. They do that. And then after that, then they say, okay, y'all, we're going to do the performance. So they do everything backwards. So they do the outro and then they do the performances at the beginning. So one of the performances you're going to see in the probably the middle of the show, and then the next performance which you're going to see at the ending of the show. So they do all two shows at once. They do all two songs at once, and then that's when they start doing the rest of the show. So that's what some shit. He was like walk, 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 walk. Walk. That's all that I really knew. That's all that I really knew about the song. That it said that he kept saying walk all the time. But he was walking around the whole entire stage. So yes, they're smart about it because they know that when they get people in at the beginning of the show, it's packed. It's packed with people. So they need to make it seem like so they make it so when they do that, they put the what's the name show? They put the outro so that everyone you hear a loud crowd, and then they do those two songs, the two performances at the beginning, so it looks like it's a big crowd and there's a loud ass crowd there. So I don't remember. Sleepy, man. I didn't do. When did I get sleep? When Saucy Santana came out, I was already saucy. That was the crazy thing. I was already saucy because by the time they made Saucy Santana start performing, it was like what 9 o'clock, 9:15, around there. The show had just now start recording, so they around 9 something. So yeah, I was already a bit tired and everything because I was like ready for more shit to happen, and they told us they were going to be fighting. It's weird. The CEO is weird. He's skinny as shit. Literally, Jonisha was there. I got to meet Jonisha, shake her hand and everything. We met Jonisha. She's pretty cool and everything. She's a very nice, sweet girl. I have no clue why Jonisha is. I don't know why Jonisha is fucking with Mr. Plume Plume, but she is. But Jonisha was there. The thing is, you could kind of feel and see that there was something wrong between him and Jonisha, because Jonisha was there by the co-host and he was down underneath where Nick was, and he was literally looked like he was avoiding her the whole entire time of that show. And then out of nowhere, we saw him move, and then he came up behind Jonisha to look like, because I guess the cameras and everything had to make it seem like they were enjoying themselves at the show, and then he had to come up and went behind Jonisha, and they looked like they was dancing a little bit, and then he fucking left Jonisha there and went back and then left and went some fucking where. I don't know where fucking went, but he was there. He was there with Jonisha for looking like her husband for maybe a good 5 minutes. Then that nigga was fucking out. He was gone. So yeah, it was weird. I was like he didn't, because they don't, because the CEO, even when we're all setting up to get in to sit around and sit for the audience, the CEO comes in last. He's the last nigga to enter the room. And usually, you would think that since you got a badass shorty on your side and everything, you will walk in the room with her. Every single time I've been to that show, I've never seen him walk in the room with Jonisha. Either Jonisha's in the VIP section or Jonisha walks in with her homegirls. And I never see them interact that whole entire time that they're there at the show. Unless they have to be on camera together real quick. He had but the main person that was the hype man was, I don't know if you remember from Wild 'N Out, they had a fat dude named Spanky. Spanky, he is the nigga he's the nigga that gets the crowd riled up. Him and Mr. Plume Plume's little brother. Mr. Plume Plume's older brother. Mr. Plume Plume has an older brother. I don't think anyone has ever seen him or know who he is. But I think for the Bad versus Wild, you're probably going to see Mr. Plume Plume's brother for this stuff. Mr. Plume Plume gave his brother a little bit of some shine and some little screen time and everything. And his brother looks like Mr. Plume Plume, but older and a little bit more thicker. You know how, Plume Plume is all skinny and stick figured like. His brother isn't. He's much shorter, but he's a little bit more stockier than Plume Plume. He probably played it. I think so too. I mean, shit, that's a bad bitch right there. That's a badass West Indian girl right there. And I don't know how the fuck she got with Mr. Bloom Bloom. Like, there's a whole bunch of other niggas, Johnny, but I see why. Like, you might as well stay with a nigga that's making like. I was watching this person named this lady named Sky Santana, and she pointed out that Zeus makes at least $18 million a month. They make 18 mil a month. He makes 18 mil a month. That's that the Zeus Network made. So there's no way the Zeus Network can say that my black ass is stealing revenue when you're making $18 million a month. Ain't no fucking way. Does the brother work for the show? He just be there? I have no clue. That's the thing. I have no clue if Mr. Plume Plume's brother works there. I think that just because he's Mr. Plume Plume's brother, he gets special privileges and he can just grab the mic and talk whenever the fuck he feels like. I don't think like he's on like a payroll or nothing, but he's mainly the hype man that starts off like getting the crowd up. He says, "Oh, is this section loud enough?" And then he screamed for me. We all start screaming and doing all that bullshit and everything. And then he says, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Nick Cannon." And then Nick Cannon comes out, does his thing. We have to start, doing a little dance with Nick Cannon. We have to go, wow, bad, wow, the type bullshit. And then Nick Cannon goes on stage, and then he does the, I want to bring out the man that makes everything possible out here, Mr. Plume Plume. And then Mr. Plume Plume comes out and does his little introduction, does his little, thank you guys for joining Zeus Network, this and that, thank you, good night. And Mr. Plume Plume is gone, and then niggas don't see Mr. Plume Plume after that. I don't see him after the last time. I really like he really stood there for a bit was when he gave us all that money, was when he took out, like I said in another review that I did, Mr. Plume Plume took out at least $5,000, $6,000 in cash and started handing out $100 bills. And all the stack that he had was all hundreds, all $100 bills. He pulled it out and started walking around all around the stage, all through the audience, went down into the pit, just started giving people hundreds. Mr. Plume Plume gave out $5,000 in less than 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, all that money was gone. Like, also, because might as well, when I was there at the Bad versus Wild, I did notice that they apart from the white models that I saw, there were a lot of older white people that were there. And it seemed very weird that it would be all these old, rich, it looked like old, rich white people. That's exactly what was there. It was a whole bunch of old, rich people that was there. And it was weird. They looked very out of place. That's when I started listening to the producers, and I started paying attention and realized that these were the investors of Zeus Network. So while everyone thinks that Mr. Plume Plume is the CEO of Zeus Network, yes, he is to a certain extent, but he has white investors. A lot of white investors are investing into, especially they were very interested in this Bad versus Wild show, and it seemed like they really put their bread into this Bad versus Wild. And that could be also because it was Nick Cannon, and maybe Nick Cannon was the one that brought those white people to invest, but they were investors for sure. For sure, there had to be investors. And it seems, because remembering things, and when I got there and everything, a lot of the behind the scenes people are white. A lot of the cameramen are white. A lot of the producers are white. The editors are white. The writers are white. So it may be that, Zeus is this black owned for the black people type of network, but a lot of behind the scenes are white people. Are white people. Now I'm not saying, it's not, that's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is Zeus is portraying that they are all this black, this fully black, for the black people type of company. But a lot of the hands behind that makes these shows, that write these shows, that produce these shows, that film these shows, that do all of the propping and everything are white. The person that copyright striked me, their copyright striker, is a white girl. I found that bitch easily because I'm a bitch that does research. I found that bitch easily. She's literally a 25, 26-year-old white bitch from Minnesota. No, from Texas. She's from Texas. A 26-year-old white girl that rides a motorcycle. I found that bitch in a heartbeat because the bitch literally used her full name, and instead of using a work number or any type of number or VPN or something like that for a number or Google account number, she used her real phone number. She used her cell phone number. That's how I was able to contact and call the bitch myself through my cell phone and talk to the bitch on the phone. The crazy thing is, this bitch don't even know. I recorded her on the phone talking to me, telling me that what I needed to do to get back my channel. Bitch literally told me, all you gotta do is I'm gonna release these two videos, and you delete them, and we'll leave you the fuck alone. That's exactly what she did. I got the bitch on fucking video telling me this. I still have it. Her telling me. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. So I can fucking play this shit now, son. Because bitch thought I was fucking dumb. Like all of their, like everything behind the scene, like you had, like, this shows the unprofessionalism of Zeus. The fact that a lot of their, like, why does your copyright striker, why is she using her personal cell phone number as a contact number to reach her? Does that make sense? So that the people that you copyright strike like me will call you and cuss you the fuck out? Because that's exactly what happened when I called the bitch the first time. I called her ass and said, why did you mass copyright strike all my videos? What's going on? What's happening? The bitch had the nerve to be like, oh my God, I'm not even home right now. I'm on vacation and everything, this and that. I said, oh, so this is your personal number for me to reach you whenever. And she said, yes, it's her personal cell phone number. I'm not the only person that she has copyright strike. But she's copyright strike a lot of people that talk about the Zeus Network. They have this thing where they tell that where she told me, oh, we don't copyright people, we don't copyright strike people because of them having pictures and stuff. We don't do that. But you did. You copyright a few people for just having pictures of your content, and then said they were stealing your revenue. That's why YouTube stepped in and took down people's video. Yeah, she told me I'm on vacation. I didn't give a fuck. I literally said, well, this is more important than your vacation. We need to talk. She told me, oh, I need to just send me just email me and everything so we can talk through there. I said, oh, okay. Couple days later, I went and was fighting with YouTube. And that's when YouTube went and sent her a counter notification. Now, if people don't know this, with YouTube, when you get copyright strike or you get content ID, you can send a counter notification. So when you send a counter notification to YouTube, that is basically now you telling YouTube, I'm willing to take this to court. I'm willing to take this to court. So let the claimant know, let the copyright striker know, we can take this to court if we have to. So YouTube sent Zeus the counter notification. They had 10 days. Zeus had 10 days to respond with the oh, we're going to go to court as well. And the seventh day, I had 7 days left. And if Zeus didn't make a response, then my whole entire channel, everything would have came back up. This bitch called me the 7th day to tell me that Well, we were willing to take you to court. We were willing to take you to court and everything, because we can afford it and we're willing to do that. But since it's the holidays and we don't want to go through all that trouble, and we don't want to put you through all that trouble, and we don't want to, be spending our time wasting going through the court system. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to just, if I just release 2 copyright strikes of your video, can you just delete those videos and everything, and then basically we'll be fine? That's what she said to me. I said, okay, no problem. And instead of deleting my videos, I put them on private. I put the videos on private because I knew, because anyone that knows that if you delete your videos of YouTube, you end up losing your viewer, all the views that you got on it. You lose your views and all the hours or the minutes or all the watch hours that people had spent on your video. That goes away. So that goes away. So all the 3. So if I would have got rid of all 5 videos, I would have gone down to at least, I would have been at least maybe 8,000 views. I was at 8,000 watch hours, 8,000 views altogether. I was at 13, 14,000. So she was going to try and take away almost 4,000, 5,000 of views of watch hours altogether because of the baddies. Mind you, the bitch never once told me, can you get rid of your bad versus wild? She never once did she ever say, can you get rid of it? Can you not do that? Oh, word, bitch. I privated every single one. And then once YouTube yesterday told me that all the videos that I had were in fair use, I unprivated every single one of my videos. Bitch, you can't fucking copyright strike me no more. But me going on that rant. What I'm saying is this: Zeus, most of the people behind the scenes are white. That's the reason why a lot of this ratchet shit, a lot of the bullshit that's happening, and people like, oh, they didn't they have anyone to like let them know that was wrong? No, they don't, because it's mostly white people. It's mostly white folks behind this, so they don't see nothing wrong with it. When the dark skin versus light skin shit came out, all them white folks didn't give a fuck because they thought it was gonna be good fucking TV. If it was a whole bunch of black people that was working behind the scenes, like really working behind the scenes, and not the security, because mainly all their security is either black or Latino. That's the only type of and they have like maybe a couple of black people that are sprinkled around as producers, but the majority of their writers, their editors, the people that copyright strike, the people that are doing like the financial stuff are white. That bitch thought that she could scare me, and she did it. I would just go. See, the thing is, with people like her, you have to make them think. You have to play a little nice to really see how they really gonna act. So I said, okay, no problem. I'll delete all the videos. As soon as I get my channel back, I promise I'll delete all the videos. So when they did that, she called me and she said, okay, you have 24 hours to delete the video. That's what she told me. I had 24 hours to delete the video. Thing was, YouTube was not giving me back my channel until 72 hours or 48 to 72 hours. YouTube. She called me back literally the next day. She called me on the phone the very next day. Hi, I see that the videos are still up. What's going on? Why have you delete the videos? I said, bitch, I'm waiting on YouTube to give me back my access. They told me it's going to take me 48 to 72 hours. So you have to wait. She said, oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to give you to like Friday to like delete all the videos and everything. I'm going to check back in on Friday to make sure all the videos are deleted. I privated all my videos. Then she had the nerve to send me an email with the, I see that all the video, I see that the videos are not active anymore. I can try to release, I can release the other copyright strikes if you want. I'm sorry, what? You can release the copyright strikes if I want you to. Instead of, oh, I mass copyright strike you for no reason, I'm going to release them. No, she was literally like, well, since you did what I asked, I guess I can release it, and I guess I can release all the copyright. Mind you, the bitch never did. She never released the rest of the copyright strikes. YouTube did that shit yesterday. They did that shit yesterday. YouTube released all my shit yesterday. So that's the reason why, like, I'm like, there's shit going on behind you. Like, they, like, their tactics, the way how they like treat people, the way how they act and everything, the way how Zeus is. Zeus is a very shady ass network. For their copyright striker to do all that. Hey Hannah, what's up? How you? Oh, we just, having a chat about Zeus Network and my experience and what's going on with Baddies Caribbean and all that. We just, having a little chat. She had the nerve to try and threaten to take me to court. That's what she thought. She thought that she was going to try to take me to court. It was weird. Like it was weird because I'm like, I even went to YouTube and asked YouTube, can a claimant tell me I have a certain amount of time to delete a video? And YouTube was like, no. They said, like, a claimant, they're like, no, the claimant shouldn't be telling you like how much time you got to let go of video. They said they should just either expect the video to be deleted or not. They should be giving me a time limit on when to release it. Fact that she called me the next day, like, it felt like she was like going through my channel, and then she went through my channel the next morning and saw that the videos are up, and then tried to like do some mafia shit. Why aren't the videos I gave you I released some copyright strikes and everything. Why didn't you delete the video? It's like, yo, you can't, like, what? She really thought so. I'm not stupid. You're not gonna fuck up my channel. You're not gonna fuck up my channel views and all that shit. Like, with YouTube said you need 500 subscribers and you need at least 3,000 watch hours. You need at least 3,000 watch hours, and then you start getting partnered with YouTube, and then that's how you start making bread with YouTube. Simple as that, right? At the time that she took down my video, my channel was at 82. That channel was at 82, and it was at 12,000, 13,000 views. So I was on my way to getting there. It's gonna take time, but I was on my way. I was at 12,000 views, but you need 3,000 watch hours altogether. She really thought that if she would have just got me to delete all that shit, that basically it would have fucked my channel, because then I would have went down in analytics. The reason why I was getting people to watch, because people was typing in, either people was typing in Bad versus Wild, or people was typing in Zeus, and then my shit was popping up. They hated the fact that my channel on their Bad versus Wild was popping up on the search engine, because I'm pretty sure that I was probably on the first page when people typed in Bad versus Wild. So they saw that, and they would say, oh, she's talking too much. We got to find a way to shut her up, because we don't want her to keep showing up in the analytics and in the algorithm. So that's what they did. They basically told, because she didn't, the bitch. The crazy thing was, the bitch never, ever, ever watched any of my videos that she took down. She literally said in the recording that I have of her that she didn't watch any of the Baddies West or the Baddies East reviews that I did to know what they were about. That she just copyright strike them. So I knew that that it wasn't her. She wasn't the one that went through and copyright. Somebody from the Zeus Network saw my channel, saw my videos, watched it, and then alerted their copyright dog, which was her, to get her to copyright strike me, because whoever it was, they couldn't copyright strike me themselves. Only she can do it. So I'm pretty sure that they sent her my channel, told her, okay, we can't copyright strike this, but copyright strike all of these. And she did that. She was literally on the phone with me, going through each of my videos with me on the phone. Oh, that's not anything copyright strikeable. Oh, that's good. That's good. She was literally running through my videos to let me know what in my video was okay was okay and what wasn't okay. What the fuck? Like, what type of shit are we? Like, what type of shit is this? I've never like seen no shit that happened like that before. I've never seen no shit like that where the person of the Zeus Network was on the phone with me for almost 14 minutes, going through each and every single one of my videos and then telling me which what was in what stuff I had in the video was okay for them and what wasn't okay for them. That's why I'm on their fucking head now. I got all my videos back. My channel is good. I'm going to fucking go in the Baddies Caribbean. What I think was going to happen with the auditions, they're not even going, like, the people said they're not going to have auditions, but I think low key they're going to have auditions, because why not? You guys have been since what, Baddies West, Baddies South, they've had an audition. So why not have an audition now? Why are you not having an audition? Is it because you can't have auditions in the island that you're at? And I'm promised, I think that island where they did that recording has to be Jamaica. Now, do I think that Jamaica? Hello there, brother. Why is my brother in here right now? Hello there, brother. Why is it that I think that with the Baddies Caribbean, because it's weird. If you're going to have Baddies Caribbean, right? Baddies Caribbean should be at least audition in the island that you're doing it. I'm going to cuss as much as I want to. Thank you. For the Baddies auditions, it seems very weird to me that they're not going to have any auditions and that they're going to just result on the auditions from last time. So I'm here trying to think, like, do y'all still even have every single girl from those auditions that you all are just going to just go back into the pile and just figure out who it is? Because I don't understand the concept of Baddies Caribbean. Are you getting girls that are from have some island in them, that have some Caribbean in them? Or are you just having a Baddies Caribbean and you're just getting random people? I don't understand what the concept is, because if we're going to have Baddies Caribbean, one thing is also, I never heard Scotty say that she's from Antigua. Why is Scotty in front of a Antigua flag? Why is Rolly in front of a Trinidadian flag? Suki and Mariah Lynn makes a lot of sense for the flags that they're standing at. I would prefer not to have Suki and Mariah Lynn back. Like, I don't know, why do we have two women? Why we have two members from Love and Hip Hop coming back? Like, shouldn't y'all like be going to like do recordings from them, or are they like officially now like going to be like Rolly and Scotty, where they're just constantly going to be making appearances? Mariah Lynn doesn't have another show to do. It's weird. And this makes me think, like, maybe Mariah Lynn is corny. I don't know. Wasn't she dating one of the creep squad members? Was the other Rich Dollars? Wasn't she dating Rich Dollars? So what happened to that? It's so weird. Mr. Plume Plume is weird. What's her name? Natalie is weird. Scotty is gonna Scotty, as long as she's constantly boinking Mr. Plume Plume, she's going to have some revenue coming in. Because at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Scotty has something on Mr. Plume Plume. You know what I mean? Like, she's been sleeping with him this long, so she should have some type of dirt or some type of like thing about him. He probably been pillow talking with Scotty and everything about Johnisha or some shit. That's probably the reason why she's constantly still on the show, because she probably has something on him that he doesn't want out. Because now you've been sleeping with her. A lot of Stunner Girl was the main one that basically put out that you were doing crazy shit. So I don't know what to say about Mr. Plume Plume. I do want to see Baddies Caribbean, but I don't want to see it this soon. I'm very worried that they're going to put this out as soon as Baddies East. Well, not even Baddies East. I feel like they're going to, instead of us getting a break, probably like by February or mid-February, we're going to get at least one episode of Baddies Caribbean. I think so. With Bad versus Wild, they recorded at least 10, they recorded at least 12 shows. So it's going to be at least 12 or 14 at least 12 or 14 episodes. They recorded 12 shows. I went to 4. I went to 4. Did I go to 4? I went to 4. Yeah, I went to 4 of them. And then they recorded a couple right after. They did the one with Blueface Mom and Tokyo Tony, Lord, Jocelyn and Natalie. And they did a couple other ones too, but I know it was at least 10 or 12 shows that they did all in total. Because remember, they were also doing double shows. When I went to that Rolly and Slim event, it was a double show. It was a Rolly and Slim, and then it was the dark skin versus light skin show. The Sky and Brittany Renner one, it was the TT and Bobby Lights show first, and then it was the Sky and Brittany Renner show. So it was two. They were filming 2 shows per day. They was there for 2 weeks. So they did Jocelyn thing, they did that. So yeah, about 10 or 12 shows that Bad versus Wild is going to have, and they're going to run and they're going to milk that shit until the summertime. Won't be surprised if Blueface doesn't come out until like mid-March or May. But Baddies Caribbean, I don't want to see it right now. I don't want to see it. I think I've had enough of seeing Baddies. It's not as interesting as Now That's TV. Now That's TV is eating these niggas up real good. These niggas is boring. Like Zeus really has nothing sustainable that is worth $6.59. I forgot what it's not $6.09. It's not $6.99. It's like a little like $6.59 or some bullshit like that. It's in between that, somewhere in between that shit. No, we're not doing that. No. Can't stand it. I can't stand Zeus no more. I used to really like Zeus. Now I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired of Zeus. I'm especially what they did to me. Now it's before, like, it's personal now. Like it's personal with what I have with Zeus. It's really personal because they were willing to like literally like fuck up everything that I worked hard for in a minute because they didn't want me talking about their show. Like you're like, who makes y'all, like, what made y'all your channel and your network so freaking made them so fucking amazing that you guys results from fair use, that nobody can use your content? What made your network that fucking special that nobody can use your content at all? What? Nobody can use your damn content, man. Y'all niggas can go eat a dick. Can't stand it. Damn, I've been on here for almost an hour and 30. I'm about to get off this shit. I do appreciate you, Lex. I really do appreciate it, because like you've been here for a minute, and you were a lot one of the ones that was definitely in my channel, that was definitely following my Bad versus Wild, and was commenting and letting and everything, wanted to know the deets. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit that I saw at Zeus that Zeus is not going to show. The Blueface shit for sure they're not going to show. The Chris Brown shit, don't know if they're gonna like add on like a little like piece, like add on like a little piece of thing or nothing like that. I don't really know. I am going to be like, I took a break from doing the baddie shit because of what happened. But when Baddies Caribbean does come out, or I'm probably gonna do the reunion if they do the reunion, because it feels like to me that they're gonna do the reunion in the Caribbean now. It feels like they're gonna do it in Jamaica. It just feels like it just feels like Baddies East now, like this ending, like the ending show, the ending like episodes of Baddies East. It feels like it's just gonna like run off, and then boom, we get Baddies Caribbean. They probably would edit it and look like he was there the whole entire show. They probably will. I just don't see Zeus not making it, not putting something in their show to make it for us to know that Chris Brown was there. Zeus, there's no way that Zeus is not going to try and capitalize off that. Chris Brown was at your show. You're not going to like capitalize at that. They're going to capitalize on. They're going to find some way to capitalize on it. Even if you see like a brief little clip of Chris Brown real quick, we gonna see. I'm gonna be doing baddies again. It's just like it's nothing else on Zeus for me to do reviews on. And I did start doing what's the name? I did start doing Young and Reckless, which I like. I like that fucking show. That's a good show. I like Young and Reckless. Young and Reckless is a good show. What I was gonna try to do South Central Baddies. I wanted to do South Central Baddies, but South Central Baddies. We're far into that show, so it didn't make no sense to me to just start in the middle and just start doing South Central Baddies. The other shows that are coming out for Now That's TV, oh, I'm going to be on that shit. I'm going to be having reviews out on all of them shits, because yo, the ones that I saw, woo, it looks, yeah, I want to see. I'm so happy that Now That's TV is keeping up with the content. Soon as one show, because we've seen all these shows come out. Most of these shows coming out January, like mid-January. So that's how I know that South Central Baddies is we're coming to like the final episodes of those. We're probably gonna get maybe 2 more episodes of South Central Baddies, and then we're gonna go into the next show. Also, I think that we're gonna probably get maybe 9 or 10 episodes, with Young and Reckless. Please do not bring Ferrari back. Do not bring Ferrari back at all. I don't want to see Ferrari. Get it somebody else. I'm like, Now That's TV has never fucked with me. It's crazy. Even like has never fucked with me like Zeus did. And Zeus is a bigger company than is supposed to be this bigger company than Now That's TV. But yet they were so intimidated and so threatened by little old me and my little channel that they had to mask flag my shit. Now That's TV sees it as, oh, this is a way of getting more people, because you talk about their shows, people are going to come watch it. That's the whole point. I don't understand why Zeus don't think of it that way. it just seems like they've gotten really, really cocky. They've gotten really like someone has gassed. I think someone has gassed Mr. Plume Plume head up. And I think it was Scotty. I think Scotty gassed Mr. Plume Plume head up so much that he thinks that his channel is the best Black entertainment channel out there it is, and that anyone that talks bad about the channel, they must go. And he don't want that happening. Fuck that. You're going to lose a lot of fucking subscribers for the fact that you're charging people almost $7 per month for one show, for one bad show, one terrible show. Baddies East has got to be the worst Baddies I've watched. He needs people to review it. But if you talk shit about the channel, if you start talking shit about the channel, and then you start talking shit about, like, you know, how they're doing shit, then they get upset. That's not what they want. They only want praise. They don't want the negativity. They only want positivity. So if you start talking negative about this shit, now you're in their crosshairs. Now you're in. They've done it to so many people. I've watched a lot of people that talk about baddies. I watched Maddie Rance. I watched Thoughty University. I watched Messy Maya. I watched a lot of people that and all of them has said in some form of way they've been copyright striked by Zeus. So yeah, Zeus copyright strikes anyone that talks shit. And these people that I watch, they talk shit about Zeus. So it shows what the type of rhetoric Zeus is. If I would have said anything nice, if I would have said nothing but nice things about Zeus, they would have never fucked with me. But because I started talking shit, and I started talking shit about how they produce things, how they edit things, their production, their security team. I talked a lot of shit about Zeus because of freedom of speech, but Zeus doesn't want that. If you can't talk about it, who's gonna watch it? But people are still gonna watch it. So I think that's the mentality that Zeus has in their mind, that, oh, no matter what, niggas are still gonna come and watch us. That's the whole point. Like, I think that's also what everyone has to notice, that they wouldn't have copyright strike me if nothing that I said was false. Like, if nothing that I said wasn't true, then they would have left me the fuck alone. But everything I said was true. That's why they went after me and they shut my shit down. Nothing I said was allegedly. Nothing I said was nothing. No, it was truth. That's what they did. They said, oh, she was really there. Flag, get her out of here. She got to go. I mean, I hope that what I said was helping people want to watch it and gave people motivation to want to watch it. Like, I'm still motivated to watch this shit. Don't get me wrong. It's just now when the Bad versus Wild show come out, and the episodes that I was in and the episodes that came out that I was there, I'm going to be even more. I'm going to be even more ready to talk, because, like, it's been a couple weeks, so a lot of things that I was there for, like, it's like once I watch it, it's gonna jog my memory type shit and everything, and I'll be like, oh, that's not what happened. Nah, they lying. This is what really happened. This and that. Like, once you like I'm guaranteeing you, you're probably gonna see me in a couple episodes. You're gonna see me in a couple episodes because they could have edited me out, but I don't think Zeus cared that much to edit me out, because I signed a waiver so they can do what the fuck they want. I think what they mainly cared about was that I was giving tea on their talent, and I was giving tea on that they was letting people do that Mariah Carey in the bathroom. That's what they were doing. They were doing that Mariah Carey. They was doing that Snow. that white girl, that powder, that chalk. They was doing all of that, and they were letting people come in, and they were wild and out. They did have audience members. They had a shitload of people. Every single time I went to that, it was a lot of people that went. It's just that after they gave people all that alcohol, and then after that, after like most of the time the second games came out, everyone was leaving. Everyone was ready to go, because by the time the second games would start, we're almost 11 o'clock at night, almost 12 o'clock at night. You had people. There are people that when I went there at the one at 6 o'clock, when I went at 6 o'clock, there were people that was there since 1. There were people that was there that was there since 1 o'clock drinking, and they start shit until 9. Come on, there's that security, like the security that they have. They don't do shit. Them security guards don't do shit. They're all big for nothing. They're all big for nothing. They're there for the talent. They're there to watch the cast, and that's that. But for the audience, they made it seem by the times that I was there, none of the audience members were fighting each other. I think that's what they was trying to get niggas saucy so that the audience could start. It looked like that they wanted the audience to also get into the action and fight too. That's why it seemed like they was always giving niggas so much alcohol. Cause I'm like, why are you giving everyone so much alcohol for? And all that. And then you was giving people mixed liquor. You were giving people mixed drinks. Never once did the drink girls or the bartenders ask, oh, what would you drinking? Would you drinking tequila? Would you drinking Henny? No, they were just literally just handing people drinks. It didn't matter if you drunk white liquor or dark liquor. They was handing you whatever they wanted to hand you. Now, yes, like people said when I was watching the thing, oh, you guys are all adults. You can just say no. But you're already saucy already. Why are you going to say no to free liquor? I'm not going to say no to no free fucking liquor. Come on now, Lex. Now, if you was there, they was giving you alcohol, you would have took it. You ain't got to pay for shit. The drinks was coming all night. Drinks are there all night. Of course I'm going to take it. All you can do is drink because they're not going to give you no food. Made me think that I was going to get me some chicken wings or something, or they're going to have cold cut sandwiches at least. No, just Lay's, Doritos, nacho cheese, jalapeno, Cheetos, the Nature Valley, granola bars, peppermints, and the fruit snack Welch's, and the little tiny. There wasn't even big bottles of water. It was the small little tiny little jug, the little water jugs, and then that was it. And then the whole shitload of alcohol. Yes, chips. It was chips. That's all they gave was chips. The first time I went, they had cinnamon buns. They had cinnamon buns and chips and granola bars. But then they ran out of cinnamon buns the next day, so they only gave people chips and granola bars and peppermints. But then they ran out of the Cheetos and the Doritos, so all they had was the granola bars. You know, the Nature Valley granola bars, the one in the green pack. They had those and the peanut butter ones. They gave us chips, peppermints, candy, water, and alcohol. Because they're fucking aware that if we to give people limited amounts of food, they'll get drunker, they'll get sauced up more faster. First time I went, I was fucking drunk. I was lit. Because I thought that's what happened. I fucked up. I thought they was gonna give us food there. I was very wrong. A bitch was hungry. I had me about four packs of Cheetos and Doritos. I had 2 packs of Doritos, 2 packs of Cheetos, and I took them shits and I put them all in my jacket pocket. And I took 2 bottles of water and I took a couple peppermints. But they made sure by the time I got online to put my bag in that phone, a bitch already had 6 drinks though. A bitch had 6 drinks. I had 6 drinks, and it was in like the little like, it wasn't no red cups. It was like the little plastic, the little clear plastic drink, the little small clear plastic drinks and shit that you'll sip like a little water, like a little champagne in. They gave us that, and I had 6 of them. By the time I got to the audience, they had a couple more. I had 9 drinks. I think I had at least 9. Yeah, I had like 9 drinks. And a bitch mixed it, and they gave me mixed because they had the bad and the wild. The bad drink was Casamigos, the wild drink was Grey Goose, and they wasn't. And the drink girls, they was not telling us what drink it was, because both drinks looked the same. That's how they got you. They was just here you go. I was like, oh, what? I literally asked one of them damn drink girls, what drink is that? That bitch said, I don't know. I said, is that the bad or the wild one? I'm not too sure. It's one of them. You want a drink? Yes. I'm drunk, so what am I gonna think? I'm like, yes, I'll take one, and she'll just hand me a drink. I go, thank you. Like, that's how everyone was. Everyone like, thank you. It was not no fruity drink. It was a drink that had, they mixed it with like lemon juice and pop soda. It was lemon and pop soda for both drinks. That's what both drinks were. Casamigos and Grey Goose. Then they tried to be cute, not even cute. Then they really wanted to make sure people were saucy. So instead, after a while, like, I had 2 more of those drinks, because altogether I had maybe about 6 or 7 bad and wild drinks all mixed in together. So I had Grey Goose, so I had Casamigos and vodka. That's why the second time, that's when when I did the first review and you heard me and I was all fucked up, I was really dead, like fucked up still. Like, I was still fucked up that whole entire day. Even after waking up and doing the video, I was fucked up. But I was like, no, I gotta do this now while it's still fresh in my mind. While it's still fresh in my mind, I was going to do it. I was literally drunk recording, and I was drunk editing the video. And literally, I still was able to put that shit out, and then went to sleep, sobered up, and then still was able to wake up and then go to the next event that night. So I literally had recovered, and then by like 5-6 o'clock, I was now on my way to the next show, drinking again. So the first, they had. A bitch is strong. I got strong. Like, shit, I didn't throw up. I didn't throw up at all, but definitely I was like, it wasn't even like a type of drunk that where it felt like I had to throw up. It was like a drunk where, like, you ever been drunk and like you're like, it just feels like everything is like just in a like moving slow motion. Like, it's just everything like feels like it's a blur. That's how it felt like after drinking those drinks the next day. It just felt like everything was in slow motion. Everything was like slow. Like, literally, like, I'm just looking around. Like, I just felt sluggish, like drunk, like felt like sometimes like the room was kind of spinning a little bit. But I never felt like I had to throw up. Not once that whole entire time I was going to those events drinking, I had to throw up from their thing. So they definitely was doing something with the liquor that it was not making you throw up. But it was definitely type of liquor that was having you hype. But then it will, like, after a while, like, you started getting, like, I know where you started getting tired. That's why, like, some people would say in the comments, oh, they must have put crack in that shit, because 1 minute, like, it had me like really hype, and I was like, yeah, wow, bad versus wild. But then, like, a while later, I'm just like, damn, like, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go sleep. They do that the same, like Zeus. They have the exact same formula because that's exactly what they did with Baddies Ease. And I pointed it out when Sapphire said that, oh, when they went to the pool party, Sapphire said this one thing that really stuck out to me, where she said, oh, I hope that I hope when we come here that they got some food for us, because it seems like all Natalie has for us is nothing but Casamigos, and vodka. Remember, Sapphire said that shit in the episode at the pool party, that every single time they go somewhere, is all they get is chips and Casamigos. That's the exact same thing that they did with us. Chips, Casamigos, and vodka. She said that. And I pointed out, like, see, this is exactly the same shit that they do with everything. So if they're giving the cast the exact same thing, of course they're gonna do the same thing with regular folks like me and you. If they're just gonna give them chips and shit, then Zeus has a formula. We're gonna make sure that they eat as little as possible, but they drink as much as they can, so we can get us some good footage. Probably the same shit that Now That's TV be doing with the other cast members, freaking Papa John's and Buffalo Wild Wings and Domino's. That's probably all that they probably give them. At least like Now That's TV, you see that they be feeding them. They be giving them pizza. They be giving them chicken wings. They be getting sandwiches, all types of shit over there. Now That's TV. You can see it in the background with the Barbie with Barbie show, Blueface Barbie show, the white girl with the fucked up body. You saw like they had nothing but Popeyes. They had mad Popeyes in the kitchen for them. So I'm never worried about Now That's TV not feeding their cast. At least they feed them. Now Zeus doesn't feed their cast. As much money as they make, Zeus Network. Now That's TV is better than Zeus. And I think Zeus is aware of that. Zeus is very aware. Zeus is extremely aware that I've never seen food on Zeus neither. Not even fruit. I don't even think I've seen fruit on Now That's TV on Zeus Network. That's crazy. When they went to the restaurant in Harlem, they wasn't even eating. They probably was having like some entrees and that's it. Never once did I see a bitch pick up a fork and start cutting into anything. Never once did I see a bitch like eat a piece of meat, a French fry, nothing. That's like, it's sad. I feel like Zeus is scrambling. I feel like Zeus is really scrambling right now. You cannot tell me that Zeus is not scrambling. You can't tell me that Zeus is not looking for at least somebody at least somebody that Zeus is doesn't give a fuck. Zeus is on this. Zeus is weird. It's just, I feel like something is wrong. I do feel like that the rumors with Natalie wanting them to fix the Jamaica episode is true, because it makes me feel like, why would you guys postpone your show? Because I think even last year, I think that even last, like, Zeus has always put out content every Sunday. Never once have I seen Zeus like postpone or delay putting out an episode. So it was very weird that Zeus is now delaying episodes. Zeus does not have any more subscribers. No, for real. Like Zeus, I don't think that. I think that they are aware that they are losing subscribers. How many people now have I seen not only on their YouTube, not only on their network themselves, on the comment section, and on their Instagram page saying, I'm done with Zeus. You guys are not getting my money. I'm unsubscribing from Zeus. I think that they know that they're losing subscribers and they're putting out all these trailers as a way to try and get people to try and stay with them and be like, oh, okay, oh, they are having more content come out. Let me just hold on a little bit longer and wait for more shows to come out. That's all that this is giving to me is we are just putting out these trailers to let you guys know, just to try and keep you guys money until we do start doing the shows. People are saying that that Baddies Caribbean has already been filmed. I doubt that. I doubt that they have filmed Baddies because they were too busy fucking filming Bad versus Wild. They were too busy filming Bad versus Wild for the last couple of weeks to be even worried about Baddies Caribbean. I think what happened is that when we saw the trailer of Natalie, they did that in Jamaica. And then as a way to try and, because it feels like this was that those trailers were supposed to be a part of the Jamaica episode, right? It feels like it was supposed to be a part, like it just feels like both trailers that they released was supposed to be a part of Baddies East. But because, they're already in Jamaica and everything, and they released that, it feels like now they cut up pieces of what we saw for those trailers and try to make it into a whole new season now. That's what it feels like. That's what it really feels like. It feels like they're using it feel like, because this shit that we're seeing, I don't think that they just filmed like these new trailers that soon. It doesn't feel like they filmed these trailers like, because why would they be filming like when the fuck did you guys film these trailers? When did y'all film these trailers that y'all able to put out these trailers like that so quickly? It makes no sense. So you guys had to already had these trailers already been filmed since Jamaica, and was probably going to try and use it as a way to like probably make it as like a like the way how like they were promoting the Jamaica episodes for last episode. It feels like they was trying to make that those trailers was probably going to be how they was going to introduce the Jamaica episodes. But it seemed like they took those out and then cut them up, refixed it, and then now making it as Baddies Caribbean. Because why are you guys not doing Baddies North? Why are we skipping? Why are we skipping a direction? Why are we skipping the last thing that we have? You did South, you did West, you did East. So everyone's expecting you to do North. So why not do North first and then you come out with Baddies Caribbean? Like, what's going to be next? Like, what's going to be next after Baddies Caribbean? Then you're going to do Baddies North? Baddies Zodiac season of Baddies Zodiac, where it's basically all, because it's like none of these bitches that I've seen don't even look like they're from the countries that they're from. Never once have I ever heard any of these girls that we saw on the trailer talk about what country that they're from. Like, when the fuck was Rolly from Trinidad? When the fuck did Scotty ever say that she's from Antigua? Because the flag that I'm from Barbados, so I know about the Caribbean. I lived in Brooklyn, New York, all my fucking life. I literally live in the section of Crown Heights where it's nothing but Caribbean people. I'm around Caribbean people all the time. So I know the Caribbean. I know the Caribbean, all the Caribbean countries and the flags. The flag that Scotty was in front of, that was Antigua. Since when did Scotty ever say that she was from Antigua? When the fuck did Rolly ever say that she's Trinidadian? Mariah Lynn, I didn't even know that Mariah Lynn was Puerto Rican. Maybe, I mean, because there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that do look like Mariah Lynn. Suki, now maybe Suki can get a pass because I don't know. I don't know Suki like that. I don't follow Suki. Maybe Suki is from Jamaica, but I don't know. But I never heard Suki, Mariah Lynn, Scotty, Rolly. I've never once heard these girls talk about where they're from, their island, their family background. Never heard them say that they're from these countries. So it was like, were these bitches just standing in front of these flags just because? Or was that like a little like teaser to let us know like all the countries that they're going to be visiting for Baddies Caribbean? Like how they did with like Baddies East, and they went to different states. They went to New York, they went to Philly, they went to, DC and all that stuff. Was that like a clue to let us know the different Caribbean countries that they're going to be looking at? Because that's what making me think. Because if it's not them standing in front of these flags to let us know that that's where they're from, was that a hint to let us know these are the different countries that they're going to be visiting throughout the episode? Oh. Okay, then. So I was right. None of these bitches is from this country. So then now we have to think about the difference. Is this what there is, that them letting us know that these are going to be the countries that they're going to be visiting? Possibly. But I don't know. It's just a little, it's just I did not want to see Rolly's her big chocolate ass back. I did not want to see her again. I did not want to see Scotty with the crotty body. Like, Zeus know what the fuck they doing with that damn trailer, because everybody's talking about it. Everyone's trying to figure out what the fuck what the fuck does it mean? What the fuck is going on? Like even the island that they have in the for the logo, for the Baddies Caribbean logo, I'm there trying to figure out which one it is, because it looks like it's Haiti, like because when they go to the Baddies Caribbean logo, it looks like the island that's behind the Caribbean, it looks like it might be Haiti, but it might be Jamaica. But I'm also thinking that maybe like it looks like it's the Bahamas, that island. But if we're gonna do Baddies Caribbean, let's do Baddies Caribbean for real. Like, let's go to the Caribbean islands. Like, let's go. Like, you had Antigua, you had Antigua, you had Jamaica, Trinidad, Puerto Rico. We need Barbados. What about Cuba? What about Panama, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Grenada? What about all these other places? Like, what about, like, are we just going to go for the countries that people are really familiar with? Everyone knows about Jamaica. People know about Trinidad. People know about Puerto Rico. And also, I think a lot of these countries are not going to let them fly in and do all that fighting and all that bullshit, all that Zeus bullshit that they've been doing in the States. At least West Indian people have like, it has some fucking sense not to be doing no bullshit like that. Well, it's Zeus. Zeus is going to try to find him a nice little Caribbean, a little Havana, a big Caribbean mansion somewhere. I just want to know, like, where is going to be like I think once we get more information on where the first island that they're going to be visiting, then we can see. Then we can start doing more But everyone's doing good digging. Everyone is digging, trying to figure out what else they're hiding, what else can be coming out. I'm waiting. I can't wait. I'm waiting. But I feel like they're gonna put out more information next Sunday. I'm waiting. We got what? Today's Thursday, so we got what, 3 more days left, and then most likely Zeus is gonna put out more information, because it feels like they put this out as a way to try and shut people up, because they knew that and then for Zeus to even do that bullshit, and everyone was waiting, because I was checking. I'm pretty sure just like me, you was checking Zeus to see if the episode got released, and it didn't. Who's going to be on it again? It is Mariah Lynn. Right, so far they have Mariah Lynn, Natalie, Rolly, Scotty, and Suki. Those is 5 so far. So those are going to be the 5 that I guess are like officially casted. But they did officially come out and let people know who's casted. But what we saw, those 5 are probably going to be on it. Yeah, because Zeus first, they released that first trailer that they released. It had them dancing on the beach, which was Natalie, Rolly, Scotty, Suki, and Mariah Lynn. And then they deleted that trailer, and then they put out the other trailer when it was just Natalie on the yacht, basically talking about it's Baddies Caribbean bitches, and then that was that. So they released 2 trailers, but then they deleted it. But the internet, you can't ever delete anything on the internet. The internet is really quick on catching y'all on shit. We should already know this down after they did the dark skin versus light skin event, and then tried to change it to chocolate goddesses and caramel goddesses. It's Zeus. You know that Zeus is all about argue fighting. That's what they do. They argue fight, and then they swing on each other for like maybe like a couple seconds, and then security breaks it up. But the security is always in the mix when bitches is fighting. At least with Now That's TV, literally the security moves back and let these bitches start swinging on each other. And then they break it up. Okay, you gotta let these bitches get at least a good 20 seconds or so in. When I watched the Ivory fight Cash on South Central Baddies, that was a good ass fucking fight, because security dead ass moved the fuck out the way and let these bitches swing on each other. That was a good ass fucking fight to watch. There's been a lot of good fights on Now That's TV where security don't break it up instantly. Shit, I was just young and reckless. We literally just watched Ivory and freaking crazy ass Mel Fox literally beat the shit out of each other for almost 2 episodes. And the security didn't get involved until like a couple, like like a minute later. Literally, bitches was literally them 2 bitches the last episode. Them bitches went 2 rounds without the security jumping in, back to back. They had 2 back-to-back fights. Everyone is saying that they think that Amber is the reason why like everything had like things have changed. I think honestly that a lot of these bitches are Hollywood. I feel like a lot of these bitches are just very Hollywood, and they don't really want to get into like fist fights like you see on Now That's TV. Okay, these bitches are straight swinging on each other and beating each other up for real, and bloodying each other and getting lumped the fuck up. Okay, the only girl that we really saw got lumped the fuck up like that simulates some type of Now That's TV was when fucking Krishan freaking punched the shit out of Low London. Okay, she had Low London's head all fucking knotted up. That was the only time we really saw a bitch really like take a punch, and we actually saw her face knotted up. These bitches only get like a little couple scratches. Now That's TV. These bitches got black eyes, busted lip, nose swollen. Okay, eye cut open, head cut open. Okay, it's nothing compared to Zeus. Now That's TV. Zeus will never have fights like Now That's TV. They just can't, because all those girls are Zeus. I think are just too. They're too bougie. It's too bougie. They have bougie fights over there. That was the only time that we ever seen a bitch on Now That's TV on Zeus really get lumped up like that. And maybe when Krishan put fucking poor Persuasion and beat her ass in the goddamn sink. Both of them and both of those times it was by Krishan. Krishan was the only person that was doing work and putting and giving bitch and knocking bitches up. Otherwise than that, I've never seen Rolly really like hit a bitch and a bitch is all leaking, a bitch all fucked up, black eye, and nothing like that. Jocelyn's Cabaret, let's think. Oh, okay, so that was Baddies, but only other time on Zeus Net. Okay, there we go. The only other time on Zeus Network that we really seen a bitch like fucked up was when was it Egypt? She beat the shit out of what's her name from Jocelyn's Cabaret? Was her name Egypt or Asia? She beat Egypt. It was Egypt, and I think that it was the light skin that oh god, what the fuck that girl name is? Daisy. When Egypt beat the shit out of Daisy and had Daisy fucking leak it. That was the only other time on Zeus that we really saw a bitch bleeding and fucked up. It's like it's coming back to me. I'm here trying to think like what other girls got really fucked up on Zeus that we can like, oh my god, like it was just like Now That's TV type shit. That's the only other time was when Egypt beat the shit out of Daisy and had that bitch fucked up that she had to go to the hospital. Do I think Krishan would be on Baddies Caribbean? Ugh. No, I do not think Krishan is going. I think Krishan is done with Baddies. I think at this point, Krishan is probably going to get her own show. Just like how Blueface is going to have his own show. I think, yeah, Krishan. I think Krishan is done. Maybe Krishan might make like a guest appearance or something as that. But I don't think Krishan is going to like come back fully as a cast member and be on there. Because like, what is Krishan really going to bring to the thing? Like, bitch, you a mother now. Like, she need to be worried about taking care of her child and then going back on Baddies and doing what? The whole point of her having that baby was for her to freaking sit her ass down and stop doing the shit that she was doing on Baddies. If she comes back, then it just makes no point. Like I don't want to watch that bitch anyway. Like I don't want to watch that toothless bitch no more. Like she getting on my goddamn nerve. Like the fact that she had that poor baby was there suffering so damn long, and his balls was all fucked up, and she's still fucking with Blueface and all that. Nah, Krishan is a mess. And I don't know if Natalie like fully will want her back though. I don't know if Natalie even will want Krishan back. Krishan done already slapped the shit out of you in the last season. She done and try to get her sister to fuck you up this season. We'll see. We will see if she will come back. If she comes back, then shit. She won't stay. She will probably do the exact same thing that she did in West and East. Not show up when she's supposed to, not come to shit when she's supposed to, be disappear when they go to different states, disappear, come and probably do hello is a vibe all the time song, and then she's out, and then Natalie and them don't hear from her for days. I like Taseki better. I like Tasiki better because we get to know Tasiki as an individual. Okay, we was introduced. Yes, we were introduced to Siki as Krishan's sister, right? But it's not like how it was with Krishan and Blueface. Like we only know Krishan because of Blueface. Like we know Krishan because she's been around Blueface, and like mainly if you see Blueface, you see Krishan. So Krishan didn't really have much of a personality. Like Krishan didn't have much of a personality because she was always with Blueface. So we know that what Krishan is because she's been with Blueface, that she's fighting, that she's a fighter, that she fights, and that she's a fucking mess. But that's because we knew that, but we've been knew that from the jump because of what we've been seeing with her and Blueface and all that shit has been happening. With Tasiki, we got introduced to Tasiki this season, right? And we started to get to know her individually after she got jumped. Yes, we knew her as Krishan said and everything, and we thought that it was going to be like the same bullshit that we saw when we, because I watched, unfortunately, I did watch the Blueface and Krishan Crazy in Love 1 and Crazy in Love season 2. I watched both seasons. It was depressing to the point that a lot of times that we watched season 2 of Crazy in Love, we had to turn the bitch off. We had to turn it off like in the middle because it was so depressing and sad to watch. Especially that episode when Krishan was in the jacuzzi or the pool, freaking crying and shit about how she didn't want the baby and everything, and Tasiki was there and everything. They was there literally holding her in the pool while she was fucking bawling her eyes out, crying over Blueface and how she wanted to get rid of the baby. Like that shit was freaking sad. That's what we know Krishan for. It was sad. I had to turn the shit off because we started getting depressed and feeling like down and shit. And I'm like, why am I feeling depressed and shit? It's because we was watching that shit. We had to turn it off. Like we had to turn it off most of the way. And then like we'll have to come back to it like the next day and then watch the other half because it's like I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch a full episode of Blueface and Krishan every Sunday. It was too much. With Tasiki, when we first got introduced to her, she was mainly Krishan's older sister who was there to basically fight Krishan's battles. That's what we first was introduced to her. Like she had an issue with Natalie, and she had an issue with, and basically she was supposed to have an issue with all of Krishan's enemies. That was what she was mainly brought on here for, was to be the next Krishan. Because since Krishan was pregnant and couldn't fight herself, that was what Tasiki was brought on for, to basically be the Krishan 2.0, but for Krishan, but while Krishan was there, she was supposed to be the battery pack, right? But once we saw that Tasiki had a mind for herself and was like, I don't want to fight these bitches because they don't want to fight me. And you see that they don't want to fight me and everything. That's when we started seeing a character shift with Tasiki. Because before, my sister's enemies is my enemy. My sister don't fuck with Natalie, so I don't fuck with Natalie. My sister don't fuck with this person, so I don't fuck with this person. But then once like we got to the sprinter and Anna and oh god, what's the white girl name? And Whoa Vicky, they were there, and Krishan wanted Tasiki to basically just start mollywopping and fucking these bitches up for no reason. Tasiki saw that they didn't want to fight. So then let's think about it. If Taseki would have just went off and beat up Anna and Ro Vicky for no reason anyway, even though they didn't want to fight, would everyone still would people like Taseki now? Like, would people really like her now if she went on, if she would have beat up on Anna and Wo Vicky, even though they didn't want to fight her? People started liking her because they saw that she wasn't she's not Marsh, and she's not Krishan's little friends. She's not Krishan's dumbass friends like Marsh and Janet. Like, come on now, like you saw what, like you like if she would have done like anything like Marsh, like if she would have beat up just like those girls like she did Marsh and Janet. Like she's not Marsh and Janet where soon as Krishan says, oh, go beat them bitches up, those bitches just jump up and go start fighting a bitch. That was not Taseki's game. She was going to fight these bitches if they had a problem, if they was gonna get up and start fighting back, then probably Taseki was gonna fight them back. But they didn't. She saw that they didn't want to fight, so she said, I'm not gonna fight bitches that don't want to fight. So that's when we got that shift and everyone started like, oh, so she has a mind of her own. Oh, she actually sees that she actually is thinking for herself. And she said, I'm not going to fight them. And that's when Krishan got mad and was like, oh, so if you're not going to do what I say and not attack when I say attack, then I'm going to fuck you over and have someone attack you so you know not to ever to always do what I say. That was what Krishan was trying to prove to Taseki, that you do what I say when I say. When I say jump on this bitch and beat this bitch ass, you do that. That's what made people then start liking Taseki, because people was like, okay, Krishan is fucked up for that. A lot of people in this world, they're all about family. They care about their family. They got a sister, they got a brother, they got mom, they got dad, an uncle, all that. And people are all about family. There are a lot of people that do anything for their family, right? So when they saw that Krishan didn't give a fuck and was willing to literally not even willing, got her sister jumped by her friends for no reason. All of that that everyone had from Krishan jumped over to Taseki, because everyone was like, wow, Krishan is a toothless, dirty ass bitch. Like, she's a two-faced, dirty ass bitch and will literally betray family. When I saw what she did to Taseki, I said, wow, that bitch will literally set her own family members up if she can to prove her point. So I started liking Taseki because after Marsh and Janet jumped her and she was in the sprinter and everything all fucked up, and she like, these bitches jumped me and everything and all that, and she was like really pissed off and everything. What made me like Taseki was when she was in her confessional and you saw her start breaking down, crying, because she was so hurt and devastated that her own sister would have people jump her. That's what made people start liking Taseki. You remember that when she did her confessional and she was clearly crying in her confessionals, heartbroken that her own sister would do that to her. And then the next episode, when she wanted revenge on Marsh and Janet, and then she made it back, and just that quick, she made back up with Natalie and said, you know that I only had an issue with you because you had an issue with my sister. It was nothing like if I'm going to stand up for family. We all understand that, because all of us who have a family member that we love and care about, if they have an issue with a bitch and everything, of course, we're going to have an issue with that person too. And we're going to stand up for our family members, right? We will do that, right? We will all stand up for a family member if something like that happened. So, yeah. I saw that that's what Taseki was doing. She's the older sister, cares about her sister and was going to stand up and protect her sister. That's what Taseki was, protecting her sister and standing up for her sister because she's pregnant. That's what she was doing. Her sister fucked her over. So now she has to say fuck her sister and now beat the shit out of her friends. We all loved Taseki when we saw her, because Taseki wasn't like Taseki. She's not that's not no. That was some Now That's TV shit. That was some Now That's TV fighting that Taseki was doing. Okay, Okay, that was some Now That's TV shit. Okay, she said, "All right, I'm about to show you," and she said, "Once I hear, if you hear a bitch go, if you hear this, that's a fighter right there." Okay, this go crazy, and she was like, man, when she did the 1-2 combo, and she got Marsh, and Marsh was just swinging her hands. I said, "Oh my god." I said, "Oh my god, I like Taseki." Yo, I'm like, because we've never seen anyone on Zeus Network have hands like that other than fucking Krishan. She was the only one that had hands like that was knocking, that was like going. I would have loved to see what the fuck she was going to do to Janet, but Mariah Lynn got in the way. Mariah Lynn got in the way, and I was like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "Oh my god." She like what? She fucking handled Marsh. Man, I would have loved to see her handle Janet, man. I would have loved to see her literally beat two bitches in the span of 10 minutes. Like that fight didn't even last like to a couple. That fight only lasted maybe like 2 minutes. Like Mariah out of nowhere. I mean, I wasn't mad at Mariah for hitting the bitch, but I was like, "Mariah, Taseki got this. She don't need your help for real. Like she didn't need her help at all." Maybe if Marsh and Janet would have tried to jump her, then yeah, we'll try to jump her again, because both of these bitches will. I'm like, both of y'all jumped her, so why don't y'all try to fight her together again? Like both of them would have got hit. Like, oh man, like, yo, man, the way how she had fucking Marsh's face look, man, that shit looked even worse than fucking Low London. It was Low London times 5. She had her leaking, mouth was busted. She had all types of, yo, that shit looked like a dog paw. I like Taseki. Is she gonna come back for Baddies Caribbean? Fuck no. Are they gonna, baby? Let me not say no. Let me not say no, because they could bring back Taseki, but they could probably bring back Biggie. Like, this is Baddies Caribbean. Out of all the times that you should have Biggie is for this. She's Dominican, big Dominicana. You should bring her back for Baddies Caribbean, because it goes well with that. Biggie has always stayed true to her heritage, has always bigged up her where she's from. She always lets you know she's big Dominicana. So why would you not why would you not have Biggie here? That's why it has me thinking that they probably filmed these shits in the same type of, like, it's weird. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, when did they film these things? When did they film it? Did they film it during the Jamaica wrestling thing, or is it because, like, they really, like, when they filmed these? I don't think they had Biggie in mind, because I think that they filmed this, like, it could be even while they were doing that, maybe even before, like, Baddies East even started. Maybe they did this a long time ago. I don't know, because it's like, why the fuck would you not have Biggie in one of the guests, as one of the people coming back? They broke rules, yeah, that too. But they have to. They have no fucking choice, because they thought that everyone was going to hate Biggie. Everyone fucking loves her. She just won the most favorable baddie, this last season of the season. So you have to bring back the fan favorite, because you have to bring back the fan favorite. But knowing Zeus they have this thing where like they want to listen to the fans, but then they don't want to seem like they're that the fans dictate what they dictate everything. Like it's a lot. It's like a thing with them. Like, oh, we do listen to y'all, but y'all are not going to control everything that we do. We're the Zeus Network. You pay us. We give you content and you pay to watch. And we're gonna give you what we're gonna give you. You don't tell us who to bring on and what to do. We do that. So that's what Zeus gives off to me. But it feels like it feels like their hand, like they have no choice because they feel like they have no choice. That their hand is pulled. Like they have no choice but to bring back Biggie because they know, because it's like if they don't bring back Biggie, you know that niggas is gonna go crazy with on these niggas in Instagram or on the comments. Why the fuck y'all ain't bring Big Dominicana back? Y'all hate us that fucking much? Fuck. I gotta get the fuck on out of here. I actually went over my time. I actually gotta go outside and go to the grocery store and go do some grocery shopping. I'm probably gonna come back later on today. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna come back on later on today and finish off what I gotta do. Uh, Appreciate all those who have come into the live, those who have not talked, those who have been coming in and out. Thank you so much, Lex. I do appreciate you for coming in and talking with me. Like you've been a big, like you've definitely been a big conversation because we definitely now, like we've been getting out more conspiracy. We've actually been getting more. It's actually more food for thought on the Zeus Network. I will see you later. Thank y'all so much. Peace, y'all. Bye.